So this is a job I've not been looking forward to, but one good thing is, if you position the car nicely on the hoist, it still gives you adequate room to work on this fuel pump package without rolling around on the ground, which can get quite annoying. So there's just 4 plastic nuts to remove to get this tray off underneath the fuel pump assembly. They're all number 10s, or 10 millimeters, and they're all extremely easy to come out because, yes, they are plastic. And that's the last one out coming now. And then the tray just falls out, basically. And just put that somewhere safe, and the plastic nuts can sit into it so they don't get lost. And we can see these terrible fuel hoses that are decomposing within the 2 years that they've been installed. Clearly they're not rated for fuel full-time, maybe for part-time, I don't know, but whatever they are complete garbage, and they're going in the bin. So that does not fill me with confidence. I think this was seconds away from disaster, to be honest, and that's only a suction line. This is the same kind of hose that's used for the high pressure feed as well, although it's not high pressure here, but it's the same type of hose, and you can see it's just complete crap. You're taking your life into your hands using this rubbish. It's a miracle that it didn't spray everywhere and catch on fire. So I started by making sure that the fuel tank was completely empty, and it pretty much was, because I already drained it to transfer it over to my other 124. I wasn't going to waste that fuel. And to remove this pipe here, you have to remove the nut on the end of the lower pump and loosen these screws here so you can actually feed it out in the middle of this assembly. Of course you can do this on the bench, but I was lazy and I've got a hoist, so didn't really need to. And that's the nut and screw for that front area there. And with loosening the middle clamping screw, that gave me heaps of room to actually just get that out nice and easily. As you can see, it separates quite well. Next thing I wanted to do was change this hardline because it is the incorrect version. Some joker in the past actually fit a fuel pump package from an M103 version 124, and yes, they are different. The pump area is not so different, but the accumulator is very different and has a totally different thread to prevent incorrect installation in the wrong car. So that's actually a 103 accumulator. That's all I've used on this car. It still works. I'm not going to throw it out, but you can see the difference here. The correct 104 version is on the left, and that's what's going in with the new hardline. So here we have everything nicely installed, and I do love Benz's attention to detail. Even this little hose here is contoured to point upwards when it's in the right direction. Now it's time to move on to this terrible suction hose that basically collapsed the last time I drove this car. This is not a nice job. So that's the genuine article that's going to be replacing it. And yes, it is genuine MB. And it is contoured, unlike this rubbish that I had in there before. Shockingly, this has only done 1,000 kilometers, this screen filter. I think the mystery is solved as to why that suction hose collapsed after I filled up from a fuel station that I've never used before in Wanneroo. I will not mention them because I'm never going there ever again. I suspect the fuel is complete garbage, and that's also why my blue-black car is pinging at the moment. So I gave that a good clean with acetone. This is not how you install it. This is just for demonstration. You have to install the screen filter first and then the hose. I don't have a socket big enough to actually screw that in, so I use these tabs at the side and a screwdriver or a drift to knock it most of the way, and then you don't have to worry about the hose twisting when you finally tighten that in. And that did the trick. And of course this is slightly too long, just so you can cut it to size when you're installing it, and that's what we're going to do now. So you want to mark that out in the correct location. And of course, we're not animals. This is a German vehicle, a German hose, so we're going to use a German tool to cut this hose with absolute precision. And that's how it's done. Absolutely perfect. And this is the finished product for today. I'm not going to put the cover on yet because obviously I want to check for leaks. I need to fit the front hoses before I do anything like that. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how that looks, even if I do say so myself. I have been breathing fuel vapors all day, so I haven't been able to speak properly in this video, but anyway, you get the point.